Greetings and welcome back to my channel. Today we're looking at the 2002 superhero film Spider-Man, directed by Sam Raimi and starring Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst and Willem Dafoe. Let's begin. On a school trip, a high school senior named Peter Parker visits a Columbia University genetics laboratory with his friend Harry Osborn and his love interest Mary Jane Watson. There, a genetically engineered super spider bites him, and he falls ill upon returning home. Meanwhile, Harry's father, Norman Osborn, a scientist and the founder and owner of Oscorp, tries to secure an important military contract. He experiments on himself with an unstable performance-enhancing chemical and goes insane, killing his assistant. The next day, Peter finds that he is no longer nearsighted and has developed spider-like abilities. He can shoot webs out of his wrists and has quick reflexes, superhuman speed and strength, and a heightened ability to sense danger. Brushing off his Uncle Ben's advice that with great power comes great responsibility, Peter considers buying a car to impress Mary Jane. He enters an underground wrestling event to win money for it and wins his first match, but is cheated out of his earnings. Immediately after Peter leaves, a thief takes all the money and flees, and Peter spitefully lets him escape. After Ben is carjacked and killed moments later, Peter pursues the carjacker only to find out that it was the thief he let escape. The thief attempts to flee but dies after falling out of a window. Meanwhile, a crazed Norman interrupts a product test by Oscorp's rival Quest Aerospace and kills several people. Upon graduating, Peter begins using his abilities to fight injustice, donning a spandex costume and the masked persona of Spider-Man. J. Jonah Jameson, publisher of the Daily Bugle newspaper, hires Peter as a freelance photographer since he is the only person providing clear images of Spider-Man. Upon discovering that Oscorp's board plans to oust him to sell the company to Quest, Norman assassinates them. Jameson dubs the mysterious killer the Green Goblin. The Goblin offers Peter a place at his side, but he refuses. They fight, and Peter is wounded. At Thanksgiving dinner, Peter's Aunt May invites Mary Jane, Harry, and Norman. During the dinner, Norman sees the wound and realizes Peter's identity. Thinking the only way to defeat Peter is to attack those special to him, Norman later attacks May, forcing her to be hospitalized. While visiting Aunt May at the hospital, Mary Jane admits her infatuation with Spider-Man, who has rescued her on 2 occasions. Harry, who is dating Mary Jane, sees her holding Peter's hand and assumes that she has feelings for him. Devastated, Harry tells his father that Peter loves Mary Jane, unknowingly revealing Spider-Man's biggest weakness. Norman holds Mary Jane and a Roosevelt Island tram car full of children hostage alongside the Queensboro Bridge. He forces Peter to choose whom he wants to save and drops them both. Peter saves both Mary Jane and the tram car. Norman then throws him into a nearby abandoned building and brutally beats him. Peter gains the upper hand, and Norman reveals himself and begs for forgiveness while subtly getting his glider ready to impale Peter from behind. Warned by his spider sense, Peter dodges the attack and the glider impales Norman instead. Norman tells Peter not to reveal his identity as the Goblin to Harry before dying. Peter takes Norman's body to the Osborn house and is confronted by Harry, who pulls a gun on him, but Peter escapes. At Norman's funeral, Harry swears vengeance on Spider-Man, whom he falsely holds responsible for his late father's death. Mary Jane confesses to Peter that she loves him. Peter, however, feels he must protect her from the unwanted attention of his enemies, so he hides his true feelings and tells Mary Jane that they can only be friends. As Peter leaves, he recalls Ben's words and accepts his new responsibility as Spider-Man. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below letting me know which movie you'd like to see me do next and what you thought about this one. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, with great power comes great responsibility. I'll see myself